Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my kitchen and I'm looking out at sort of a gloomy day, but it was a perfect day to hop on and share with you my November planner set up in my Unbound Planner. So welcome to my kitchen. Before we jump into my Unbound Planner, I have my usual collection of supplies. So I used some mild liners and the chisel tip and the brush tip, and then also the Zig Clean Color dot marker. And I also used tweezer and some whiteout and a small scissors. And you may remember from last month that I am enjoying this new cover that I added to my Unbound Planner, which is actually an image from One Canoe 2, which is another planner and art products company. I discovered them recently. They're made in Missouri and I'm enjoying just some of the images, including this one. So I just attached it to my Unbound Planner with some good old-fashioned contact paper, just like I did when I was a kid. And I also have my Pilot Friction pen. This is actually a 4-color pen. The only difference is red is actually purple. I put a purple refill in there, and I'm using the 05 tip on most of these, but I'm enjoying having that erasable pen handy with all the colors. And let's see, here we go. So for me, the month of November, I opted to go with this navy color scheme, and then I'm using stickers from the Prayerful Planner. As I mentioned last month, I get their monthly newsletter, and it does come with an email that includes some free stickers for the month. So I'm really enjoying having that. It's just something new and different. A quick little update is this time around I decided to cut these little numbers out just with the scissors. What I did was peel them off the backing, and it was a lot easier to separate the sticker from the backing because I'm just printing these out on a big sheet of sticker paper, and then I just cut them out. So still a little tedious, but I was just listening to a podcast, and was an easy thing to do while I was focusing on something else. And also I'm just remembering I haven't filled out all of my November things that I usually do. So as you know, I follow the Fly Lady, and she breaks your month into zones, and I'll link below a couple of different playlists and videos I have about doing zone cleaning. So for the month of November, the first week will be zone 1, then zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5 will just go in to the first couple of days of that last week. And for me, I'm going to turn the book just so that I can write. This will be zone 1, which will be the entryway and dining room, and that's following along with her system. Zone 2 is, and I usually do my Z's with a little line so I can tell it's not a 2. Zone 2 is the kitchen, so that will be good to kind of freshen things up in the kitchen. Now I flip-flop zone 3 and zone 4. So for me, zone 3 is actually my master bedroom suite because we have an ensuite bath. And zone 4 is my daughter's room. And we have part of the basement is finished, so sometimes I work down there too. And then zone 5 is the living room. And I do sometimes my office along with that too. So there's my zone cleaning added. And the other thing I did not add were my personal numbers, but I think I might do those just week by week as I go along, and I'll show you a little bit more about that here in a second as we turn the page. But first, the other thing I do want to add is I just wanted to note daylight savings time ends there, and Veterans Day. So this navy color from Mild Liner was a little bit dark, so I chose not to do a lot of filling in like circles. I think I did it here, but I didn't do it anywhere else because I felt like it would be kind of hard to see my check marks, and I decided not to highlight. And the other thing that I wanted to note is usually Sundays are the days that we bring the trash down to the road so it can get picked up on Monday morning. So I'm just going to fill that in with you. We'll do a little planning here. Oh no, it looks like I'm running out of ink. Time to get a refill. I'll just switch to black for now. And there we go. Okay, so that's just a couple of things filled in. I'll go through later and add some of my other recurring events. And I recently watched a video with the Organized Money, and she was talking about breaking down her goals in her planner. And I found it really helpful because I think it really works nicely with how the Unbound Planner is set up. And I've been approaching it a little differently. So this time around, when I'm planning for the month of November, I'm going to give her video a watch again and think about my goals a little differently and how I'm breaking them down. So I'll link that video below in case you're interested, but I'm always interested to see, you know, just how other people plan and how their planning process goes. And I think that's pretty much it. It's all pretty self-explanatory. I did cover up the top 3 for the month simply because I feel like this list here works better for me, and it tends to always be my business related goals that I'm putting in there, and I'm still using the Belinda Ellsworth planner for direct sellers, and that's where I'm doing a lot more of my goal setting and detailed planning for my Jordan Essentials business. So I really like that sticker and I just wanted to use it, and I thought, well, I'm going to try covering it up this time around and see how that goes. All right, so we turn the page to the second planning page for the month of November. And I like to use the Louise Hay colors and numbers system. So for me, the month of November is a personal number 6, personal month number 6. And this is the color scheme and what that month represents and the affirmation at the bottom. So that was nice to fill out. I felt like the stickers worked so nicely, even though there's no navy or blue in the stickers, they just coordinate really nicely with all the blue. And then we go on to the first week of November. So I did change up something. I decided to move this grid, which is my Getting Things Done grid. I normally use the dot grid section at the bottom, and I just thought maybe I'll try putting that at the top. I liked using the dot grid because, as you can see, I'm not very good at keeping these straight. So when I have the dot grid as a guideline, I tend to keep my columns a little straighter. But at the same time, it's easier to see these lines. So when I'm writing kind of on the go or out and about, it is nice to have these more clearly visible lines to write on. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal either way, but just something kind of different to try this month. And I also have sort of an updated daily habits list. And then, of course, I always like to do some of my Jordan Essentials face masks as part of my self-care. And I like tracking which ones I've done on which days. So I'll note it there. And then sometimes I'll just put, you know, a CH for charcoal or a CL for clay or a P for pumpkin on whatever day that I do it. Then the second half of the first week I have pretty well laid out. And that is... and I'll go through and just note, usually what I do is my schedule at the top and the need to do items at the bottom. I'll do gratitude across the bottom section here, and this is for meal planning and my don't forget section. And this is a sticker my daughter put in there because she wanted to help me set up my planner. So I'm not sure what that drawing is. She drew something and I don't remember if she explained it, but it's a yellow flower. So we have that. And I did go ahead, since I had my stickers out and my scissors and my tweezers all ready to go, I just set up most of the rest of the weeks. I didn't get through a lot of the details. Like you can see, I had added the larger letter here because that's just a quick, easy way for me to see at a glance what day of the week it is, and I haven't added that. Haven't done any of the whiting out or any more detailed. I didn't even put in my routines and habits because I wanted to kind of wait and see how the first week went. But I did get it looking pretty and sort of ready for me to just jump in. I think the only thing I changed between week 1 and week 2, yes, I decided to flip-flop and put errands on the bottom because that tends to be my longest list. So I thought if I give myself a little more room in case I need to add a few more, I've got it. And then of course business is my Jordan Essentials business, and these days that tends to be a longer list too. So I put both of those on the bottom, and then the ones that tend to be shorter are my home things to do and my contacts list, and those are at the top. So we continue on and just show you all the different little setups I did. Again, just fun to put those stickers in there, and then that takes us all the way to December. And I have a lot of Post-it notes stuck in my December calendar to remind me of things when I go to set it up. So I'm not going to show you that. It's just the blank setup for right now. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, gave you some inspiration for things you might want to do in your planner for the month of November. And I might do for the month of December, I think I may do a little bit of a planning update because I have changed some of the planners I'm using, how I'm using them. This Unbound Planner is still my main one that travels with me every day, and it's sort of the catch-all where everything goes, but I've added a separate list for chores and sort of household cleaning items, things that fall more on the Fly Lady list. That's outside of this planner because I did feel like I was filling it up with a lot of just household things that end up getting done anyway. And so it's felt good to take that out of here. I have that checklist that just stays in the kitchen and I refer to that when I need to. But this I'm using more for really, appointments and work-related tasks or outside of the home things that I want to do and I don't want to forget. So that is my November setup in my Unbound Planner. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you are enjoying the start of November, looking forward to some time with family and friends for Thanksgiving, if you celebrate that. And I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.